welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to Easedale Tarn from Grasmere and then to Blea Rigg where I am now and then over to Silver How. Right, let's check out the map. On this walk we'll start in the picturesque lakeland village of Grasmere. Then we take a well constructed path through farmland until we start our ascent. After meeting Sour Milk Ghyll falls we reach Easedale Tarn, then start an ascent up the fellside to our first Wainwright of the day, Blea Rigg. After visiting both the True Summit and the Wainwright Summit, we head back down and across towards Silver How. This section gradually drops down and we come below the snowline on this undulating top. After summiting Silver How, we work our way down the steep but stable staircase before turning back to Grasmere. Then it's an easy trail as we head towards the village with its bright lights ahead of us. It's a bright Sunday morning and we're starting in the middle of Grasmere. Just behind me over here at the green is the loos, so that's 60p if you want to go in there for a wee or a poo. Where we are at the inn, if we go up here towards Allen Bank, then this is going to keep you off the main roads. Not that these are main roads, like, you know, just like side roads. Alison's with me today. Right, so we start up here and this is the route that'll keep us away from Easedale Road. Short one for us today, take about 4 hours and we're going up Silver How via Easedale Tarn. We get up towards the gates of Allen Bank. If you've got a dog, there's a little gate at the side here, but I'm just going to go straight over this cattle grid. And then we take our turning off. That'll take us to Easedale Tarn. Alright?
Yeah. I used to have my dog. I used to get confused by them.
Dog used to get confused by cattle grids?
Yeah.
Not surprised.
It wasn't the brightest dog though.
No, it was a, what was it, a basset hound?
Basset hound,
Yeah. Right, so we are just down here. Sign there says Goody Bridge, a quarter of a mile. Here we go then. We're doing this as a short one for winter months really. It's late autumn now, it'll take about 4 hours. Again, I was here the other week, if you saw that video, and it was supposed to be clagged in, but it wasn't. And equally today, it should have been low cloud at about 500 feet or lower. And there we go, crystal clear blue skies. Round the back of here, and we'll walk at the side of Easedale Road. It's a strong mechanism on this one. Oh, jackpot. The one-arm bandit. Do you remember one-arm bandits from back in the day? Did you used to go on those?
Yes.
At one point my dad used to rent out arcade games to pubs and that included that kind of thing. And speaking of my dad, he was around the house yesterday, it's his birthday. He was 83. How would you describe my dad?
Well, it's great for his age, isn't he? He's out walking every day.
He is.
This is a fiddle.
Yeah, well as I say, my dad's 83, that's his birthday, and he is out walking every day. Not massive walks, but he will do a few miles every day, and maybe like, you know, 5 miler or so. And he's as fit as a fiddle, so there you go. Keep walking, and it's really good for you long term. So if you're thinking of getting into it for the first time, it doesn't have to be a massive one. This is quite an easy one to do, about 7 miles.
When I got into it, I started walking about 14 years ago. From being a couch potato.
Did you?
And it killed me.
Did it?
Yeah.
Where did you go on your first one?
Undulating Falls. Took the kids.
That's a little one, isn't it?
About 6 miles, something like that.
There you go.
And I was dead, yeah. And now, easy peasy.
Yeah, exactly. Alright, so you can just see, we're coming to the end, and this is Easedale Road at the side, but I've taken on this path today just to show you the one that doesn't actually go on the road. So it's easier if you just go on a dog walk or something like that. This is a popular walk in the area and it's just short of 2 miles to get to Easedale Tarn. So a lot of people will be stopping there for the day, but from there we'll push on to Silver How. Sunday, we've got a few groups out today. Might be a geography field trip. This is a bit busier than last time I came down. You study geography?
Yeah.
You used to like it?
No, I didn't.
No? I've got A-level geography. You can see out to the side that it's getting into winter conditions now at the tops. So snow at the top there. So there's the frosty layer, and it's going to be 0 degrees at the tops today, so that's going nowhere. We're not going up that high today because, well, it's a low one. I can tell you that with my A-level in geography. Where I was the other day is, so this is the, these are the falls at the side over here. We're not going over that bridge, we just kind of walk around the edge to it. And at the top there you can see Tarn Crag. That's another Wainwright. I did that the other week, and if you want to see a video on that, I'll pop it in the description for you. Alison's going to take a few photos as we're going around. If you want to see her Instagram page with this bridge on it, by the look of it, then feel free, I'll link it in the description for you. No, we don't go that way. You go that way if you go into Helm Crag, but we're not going over there. There you go, bit of brute strength. I'll lift you, Paul. There you go, it's a two-man job. A few robins about on the path, which are more noticeable in the winter, just because there's no foliage and everything else is gone, or most things anyway. So head our way through. A lot of people are starting off this walk today, and no doubt we'll be going just up to the Tarn. So the river's coming down, nice and busy today. There you go. You can see it's nice and steady on this one. So an easy conservation path to get us through to the farm. You just see Sour Milk Ghyll waterfall just here, and this path takes us right up to it. And no doubt that'll be busier today than the other week because there's quite a few groups around. I feel like it's either a D&V weekend or geography skill trips. Thank you. Right, so through there. And it is the upper of these two paths. Easedale Tarn, 1 mile. No camping, no fires, no litter. Go. This farm's the start of the rise, and you go up gently, then a little steeper, but it's about 50 metres up to the waterfall. This path as we're heading up, it's fairly well structured and broad. It's a popular route. You can just see the waterfalls appearing there ahead of us. What do you think to that?
Yummy.
Here we go. Easy that backpack, innit? Got squeezing here. The keen eyes amongst you will have noticed that Alison's not got a backpack on. I'm carrying all the stuff, and that's because I'm a gentleman, isn't it?
Oh yeah, of course it is. Thank you, darling.
Also because Alison's had a bit of a shoulder up, so she's recovering from that. Not that I wouldn't happily volunteer to carry all the stuff. When we get to this point, we're just heading up the wall, and you can just see the waterfalls appearing there to the side. The views back also creep up on us, and that's the Fairfield Horseshoe area. As we're heading up, here's the waterfalls. They run all the way back down to Grasmere, which is down here. And what we've got is Nabscar just in the distance. So we just head up, and as I say, there's no rush on this one today. It's not going to take us too long. It's a half-day walk, really. And then we've got plenty of time to enjoy the village after. So the weather forecast was once again very wrong. So totally blue skies. So we could have actually gone higher today, but Actually, it's due to get worse later on into the day. We'll see if that happens. At the moment, I can't imagine it because it's just crystal clear. But although it's tempting to go a bit higher, we haven't really got the gear today, so don't want to get caught in the icy conditions because it's definitely white on the tops. It does warm up, yeah. So it's that phrase, be bold, start cold, and you will soon warm up. We're coming up to the waterfalls. They're just around the corner here. Let's have a look back though. That's
Beautiful.
Oh, beautiful, stunning. You overlaid.
Yeah.
There you go. There's the dangers of overlaying. As I look back, at this point, we're joining Sour Milk Ghyll waterfall as it comes down there. Absolutely brilliant. That is, it's like a Timotei advert from the old days. Do you want to get in there and do your hair? Here's our waterfall action for the day. Look at that, tumbling down. It's got some ferocity to it. Always good to see the waterfall. But we're heading up now and it will become a little bit more gentle. There's still some falls further up and then we'll be at Easedale Tarn. You like a waterfall, don't you?
Oh, I love a waterfall.
There's a bit more waterfall action as we come up. So it's coming out of the town at some pace and the town is the origin for this. Some of the ice will melt today and contribute towards this, but really it's going to be around zero at the high points, so not mega melt water. If you are going up Tarn Crag, there is like a route over there you can take, then you just run the tops until you get to it. So that's its summit ahead. Well, the Wainwright summit, the actual one's a little bit further on. Wainwright summit is really close to a good viewing point for the Tarn. So if you're at that, the recommendation is if you walk off towards the other little mound you can see, which is just opposite, and go down there a bit, you get a really good view over the Tarn. And look at that, you see some white appearing, snowy. So that layering might come back on again shortly.
Twin Peaks.
Twin Peaks?
Nope.
I'm looking?
No, look.
Oh, that way. Yeah, there's a couple of white peaks there. So that is Seat Sandal and Fairfield. I've got a video on the Fairfield horseshoe, so if you want to see that as a really good circular, I'll say you can get it from Ambleside, and that's the usual route. You can get to it from Rydal, which is the one I do, and you can also get it through getting onto the Grasmere part. So that'll take you up by a Stone Arthur. Here we go then. So we just get to the top there, and then that is going to be the Tarn. Going up for Christmas, Alison wanted some jewellery, but she's got herself some, so now she wants boots.
Oh, a bargain.
You saw a bargain? Fair enough. But yeah, if you're a lady walker and you can recommend some boots, then just pop it in the comments. Well, it's a steady path as we go up. Nice and easy underfoot. My boots are still dry. Alison's will be, but she went into a little pond earlier.
I did.
Oh dear. Just down at the farm. The ascent up here is quite gradual after the waterfall to the Tarn, and you might be able to see behind me got a little bit more of the Fairfield horseshoe showing itself, and also dolly wagons start to appear. So that's just out to the back over here. If you're going to Helvellyn from Grasmere, or this side anyway, you can go up through a fantastic waterfall route, and that will take you onto Dollywagon. Then you can head over to Helvellyn. But brilliant views on that one. That's one of my favourite ways to get up Helvellyn, and there's no danger on it at all. There's literally no knife edge ridges, no striding edge, so very, very easy. So if you fancy Helvellyn but not the ridges, that's a great route to go. I'll put it in the description for you. It is windy, jacket back on time, and this is the Tarn. There you go, Easedale Tarn, and then up to Tarn Crag at the top there. Wow. So I was over to Sergeant Man the other day, and then Blea Rigg, but I'll link that in the description if you've not seen it, because that picks up 2 of the Wainwrights in this area with a bit more effort, but not a crazy amount. So this you can see across is Tarn Crag, and that is another Wainwright. But we're going to go on now, and we'll first of all get to Blea Rigg and then carry on round to Silver How. That's our 2 Wainwrights for the day. The shore walk, it's a bit windy, but we are enjoying the briskness of it. You see the dramatic foreground ahead of us. Just bumped into Dave and Carrie there, so hi guys if you're watching this. And they were going to take this route up to Blea Rigg, but then thought better of it when they got here. And that is a brilliant plan, because you know, change your plans if you feel like you've not got the right gear on and it's not quite right for you the day, because this is going nowhere. It'll be here for you know, longer than us, that's for sure. This trail is leave the Tarn behind. It is more of a traditional trail, so a bit muddy, a bit rocky, but with that backdrop, absolutely fantastic. So that's the Tarn. We've just turned off here. We've got the Toblerone Mountains in the distance, and then we're going to work our way up. So you see our track up to Blea Rigg. This ascent is on a grassy slope, so you can probably see there behind me in the winter. I know it's muddy, but it's frozen, so there's the advantage. But it's retaining that bright blue sky all day, which is great for us. The ascent from the Tarn to Blea Rigg is 250 metres, so it's noticeable, but there are some more gentle ascents on it than a couple of steeper ones. So we'll soon be there, and that'll be our highest point for today. So this is it, just to our right. You can see the path works its way up. There's our little crossing. It's got to be a bit careful because there's not exactly ice appeared as such, but it's frosty. Up about 150 metres now, and then we'll be at the summit. It is microspike territory here because there's definitely some ice forming, so definitely advise those if you're coming up here. We're into our last 90 metres of ascent, so a bit of a flat bit here for a breather, and then just nipping up to the col and then to the summit. So it's going to be a good winter walk, and we can have it probably around 4 hours, but I'll put the exact amount on the screen now so you've got it. But obviously people ask me how long something takes, but it depends how fast you're walking, because I walk a little bit faster than some people, but I'm also stopping to drone and things, so averagely it comes out at the time you'd expect. So we've got a couple of extra things to do, and of course a bit of Instagramming for Alison. If you want to check out any of the photos on Alison's Instagram, I'll link it in the description for you. But yeah, she's getting into that now. It's looking pretty good. She's mastering the software. Look at their cragginess. I mentioned this last time I was around here, but if you are going up and it's icy like this, do try and put your feet down under your shoulders, so you've got a much more stable platform when you go up. That'll stop you skidding. So what I mean basically is don't stride forward, because you'll be off balance if you do that. Noticeable, isn't it?
Fair up though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a fair up. But we're nearly there. It's about 50 metres to go. And then we'll be on the tops. Yay! But that's our highest point. We can just see if we're looking across. We're just at the sort of dusting line with everything else now, but if we're looking towards the others that are around 850, then that is definitely a whiteout. It's quite foreboding ahead of us. We're not going up this side, we're taking the easy path around and just leaping onto it. So it should be a decent little run round for us today. Look at this like mottled pattern as we go forward. Some remains of snow, and it's been a bit melty at this stage, but further up it's going to be solid. But we've only got a few metres, so we're not really going to be in the big snow line today. Not like over there on Helvellyn. So the sun's ahead of us as we come up. It's a bit of a winter wonderland at this stage going forward, but we're staying on the path. Wow, so we're going to do a slight back and forth in a bit, but best to stay in the path, especially when it's like this. Crunchy. It is. So we're at this snowy stage, but really it's like 50 metres to the top, so we are not in it for long. Oh, there's always time. Oh, yeah, go snowball. No. There's always time for a snowball. Right. Yeah, so I'll come down here again, but we're just going to nip up to Blea Rigg because it's just here. And then we'll claim that top as our Wainwright, then head back down. We just go up to the Coll, and then if you look down, we can just see Windermere over there in the distance. And then if we go around this way, here's our tarn, and then this is Blea Rigg just to the side. So it's just a nip up and down, 40 metres. Then we'll crack on with the rest of our journey. I'll say nice short one today. You enjoying it?
Yeah, it's good. Beautiful.
It is, isn't it? It really is. Stunning. And although, as suspected, it's busy down at the tarn, up here, it's quiet. There's some ice here, but I don't think it's that thick. Oop.
Look how thick it is.
Oh, look. That's about 2 centimetres, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's going some. Oh look, snow time! A few metres to go. You missed? Out to the side as we're going up, you can just see the southern fells in the distance, so over towards Weatherlam and the Old Man of Coniston. I've got videos on those, so if you want to see them, I'll put in the description for you, but they are a great little run round. Bit of a steeper up. On this side going forward, it'll open up to views over the Langdale Valley. Oh yeah, very nice. That's yeah. Oh, careful! Don't go in there. What a fantastic view out.
Beautiful.
That's amazing. Wow. Just ahead here you've got Pavey Ark, and that's got Jack's Rake on it. Over here you've got Crinkle Crags and part of the Langdale Valley. Just work our way up, we're here. This is Blea Rigg High Point. That's a bit cold today, but that is it. Wow, there you go. And that is another one completed. and a fantastic view out. Oh look, Pavey Arch, you can see it. Jack's Rake, just in front there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, did you enjoy Jack's Rake?
Yeah, it was interesting.
It was.
Harder than I thought.
Yeah, harder than I thought, but it was definitely a very interesting walk. So from here, a great view of Windermere. We shall work our way down again and get to our second Wainwright of the day, Silver How. So we'll head over to the other top and give that a tap now. They're only a few yards away from each other, so whoop, do be careful of the ice if you're coming up any time near when this video comes out. It's only going to get more wintry. Yeah, I was over that last week. It was a little bit damp. Looks different though now. So it's quite a top, and in these conditions, quiet as well, because the snow does put quite a lot of people off, and if you're not got the right gear, then rightly so. But this is us and our second point. There you go. Captured. So from here, we head over to Silver How. There's two routes. There's one where Alison is there, and then there's one down here, but frankly, I've just seen 3 guys walk past there. One of them fell over, so I'm going this way. What a view. Yeah, so we'll head down, and then we'll work our way. You can just see the track there. We're heading our way to the end. We're heading off to our second Wainwright of the day now, and we're taking the same track down. I'm on the sun side of this, just as a little bit of a tip, because on the shade side, I've just seen someone go past me on that side and they fell over, but it's a bit softer with the snow on this side. There we go, just cautious picking down. On this side as you're coming down, you've got these nice slabs and they are quite grippy, even though they're wet. So it's like a little path. Right, so this is where we were before, and then we'll just carry on heading along. It's going to be a descent because Silver How, it's 400 metres, so it's a lot lower than this. So we'll work our way forward, and you just can see, well, you can just see the cloud shadow at the side. Yeah, it looks very much like the snow clouds. So we are on our way down. If the prediction of 300 metre high clouds come in, we'll be quickly below it. This is where we originally came up from the Tarn, and over here is where we've just been at Blea Rigg. So we'll head our way forward and we'll get our way over to our second Wainwright of the day, which is Silver How. Hit a boggy section. Alison's just jumped over, you probably heard her. I'm going through the middle of this. This is the actual path that I'm going through. So there are some stones in it. But yes! Alison cheated. She went round the other she went round the top bit. So you can see it's a nice straightforward run as we wind our way along the fell. Look, a little town. You're going to take a photo? There you go. Wow. Oop, it's icy. Try and get around this little town and then work our way on. Whoop. Yeah, go watch the feet. We have got a cracking view from here down to Windermere ahead. That's great. And you can just see on this side, looking down, we've got Grasmere. Wow. The belter.
Feels like it's changing though, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's changing, I think, because look, here is the forecasted cloud, but it's still way higher than we are. So we'll be down before that comes. You might have a sausage roll?
Yeah.
Okay. You can see we're dropping height here, really. We'll have to go up to Langhow, but we are dropping height generally. And it feels like we're getting below the snow line in a little bit. You can just see from the mirrored fells over there.
Where's the path?
Where's the path? You're on the path. The path is here, it's just snow covered.
That?
Yes. Sausage roll, cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Well, I'm thinking about it, because I didn't mention it the other week either. Blea Rigg, it's Old Norse, as are a lot of the name origins around here. And it means dark or blue ridge. The best path is on this side. You come down that rocky outcrop and then go forward. You might be tempted to go this way, just down into the valley, but you're actually taking this route up, and that is the cairn to look out for. So when you get to this rocky outcrop, you're heading up. Hello. Yeah, it's easy to climb. It's these rocky bits, so it's not a grassy bank or anything, even though it looks it. Once we get to the top of that path, we've got a cracking view down. This is it going forward, with Windermere in the distance, and then Grasmere just on this side. What a view! What's that? Yeah, Grasmere is tiny, but you are far away from it here.
I know, but I'm far away from Windermere.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough. It's like, it is much, much bigger Windermere. Huge. We'll lose a bit of height, and then we're going to get below the snow line. Looking forward, we're able to see the snow is just here with us, and then it becomes totally clear. So, a nice, easy finish to this. Now going down to the grassy bit, here's Alison. Now I will admit that Silver How is a bit rolly on the top, but although it's not super impressive, you are looking at impressive things around you. So that, again, that's over to the Fairfield Horseshoe, and then over towards the Southern Fells. Absolutely brilliant. So you're definitely getting the views up, even though it's quite a grassy, undulating walk, isn't it?
It is. Beautiful sunshine.
It is. You're right. It's a lovely day. We've had a cracking day. This wasn't at all the forecast, which is why I've done a low one. But I'm glad this happened, because it's much more preferable. Even this was supposed to be in the Clag, but we got lucky. It's like a bit of a golf course walk on this one. We're just carrying on. This is not the summit, it's quite a distance to go yet. But you know what? I'll tap it anyway. Up. And then you can just see there's a microlight just up here. You might be able to hear it, if not see it. But that's a great view. So we get an aerial view over the mountains. Yeah. And then that's our other side. Absolutely brilliant. So yeah, clouds are coming in now, as I say, but still really high. They're not even on the Old Man area around there, so not bothered to us. There he is. Hello. Right, we work our way across the golf course and then we'll eventually get to Silver How. Now this does give a really steady finish for us. because it's a lot less testing than the Blea Rigg end of things. We've got a nice tarn at the side as well. This is where we are currently. You'll notice this tarn, it's pretty big. And then carrying on, pretty much straightforward. You have of course got the fells to look back on, so that does give a spectacular view back. Dramatic. At these tarns, about a half mile away from our second summit, Silver How. And the name Silver How comes from a bit of a mix of words. You've got how, which comes from an ancient Norse word, I'll put it on the screen. I think it's like Huger or something like that, pronunciation. And the silver comes from English, and that's thought to be because in certain lakes the rocks will light up as if they're silver. But it's just there ahead of us, not too far away at all. And you've got brilliant views over there. We'll soon be at our second summit, and it really is an easier second half to this walk. Nice little grassy troll along. If you want to get it on its own, Silver How is really accessible from Grasmere, so you can just walk up and get it from there. And that's like a little short afternoon or even pre-lunch walk. Okay, so we'll just face the challenges of getting across this icy stream. Then we're nearly there. But there we go. You got this view accompanying you all the way along. As we're coming up, we get our view back over Windermere. Lovely stuff. There's the fells out to the side, and back all the way there to Pavey Ark. Whee! Lovely. Right, so we're heading our way up. So if you have done Blea Rigg or Easedale Tarn, or just got up to Silver How, then just let me know in the comments how you did it and who you did it with, because that gives other people an idea what they can be doing as well as an alternative to this. Yeah, I'm glad we added in Blea Rigg to this, because it gives it quite a dramatic feel as you're going up the tops there, especially in snowier conditions. Let's check this out. Well, it seems this is it. We're suddenly here, but the top is actually over there. Let's get that in. We seem to be walking towards it for ages, and then suddenly we're on it. So it's just a bit undulating, that walk. Here we go then. Silver How. Off the list, one more Wainwright done. And we have got a cracking view down there.
I think this is the highest point.
You're taking that? You're correct, it is. Good. Look, Cairn is there. Anyway, that is our view down to Grasmere below us. And then beyond that, you've got Rydal Water. We're heading down, and if you enjoyed the video, it helps me if you click on the like, and if you want to see more of these, then just click on subscribe in the corner. And if you've done this or are thinking of doing it, just let me know in the comments. But for now, we are heading down to the pub. Just have a think about what you want, and I'll see you in there. Get off this little rocky bit, then we're straight forward on the path. Did you enjoy that? Good day to get out.
Blea Rigg.
Yeah, it's good that, wasn't it? Nice.
Added to it.
Did add to the day. Lovely. Just to point out, when you're coming off this way, there's a cairn here, and then you just take the track once you hit that. Then you'll get a view there of Windermere, and we're just heading towards that. Bit bouldery coming through here, but we're going to go on quite a steep down, but it's short and sharp. going down here for reference, it's a short scree area and then you get on this conservation path, so it's really blocky. That's our little rundown. So essentially a staircase. So although it is quite steep, it's also quite manageable. The steep bit up the stairs, it's about 150 metres, so it's alright really. Treated to a view of Windermere, and then Grasmere is just coming into view at the side here. If you're doing this as a single, it is worth it because you've got that view, say Windermere over there. Grasmere is becoming more full to our side. What's that one? Oh, that one.
That by the water?
That's the one at the back? Yeah, this is Grasmere here. Right, the water's behind it. So, both stunning, just reflecting the mountains. Good little run down this, turns into a grassy bank at the bottom, and then we're just going off to the left. This in front of us here is Blea Rigg Fell, and on the other side of that is Ambleside. And that's a good little route just to go between the two villages. At the side, on this bit here, is the coffin route, which is an ancient way to get the bodies across from Ambleside to Grasmere. And I've got a video on the coffin route, so if you want to see that, or Blea Rigg, then if you look in my Central Fells folder, you'll find them in there. We're down and we're just hitting the turn at the wall. What do you think of the walk?
Really good, really good. Beautiful views.
What's your favourite bit on it? Is it the Tarn? Is it Blea Rigg? Or is it Silverhow?
Blea Rigg.
Blea Rigg?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good one, Blea Rigg. Went up at, yeah, it's got stunning views off it, so if you've not been up there, I'd highly recommend that. And you can get there fairly quickly. So that's us, just heading our way towards Grasmere, with the sun shining off the fells. On this descent, Grasmere village has just appeared. At the side there, you can see the church. We're heading down, because it's autumn, got about another hour left of light. You can just see the tarn poking through the trees there. So we're going to get through this gate. Got a little hat on the fence post.
Oh, yeah.
Got to put this in the bag because it's a bit warmer than the other one. It's not that thick, but it's not yours. Yours is fleece lined, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. That's important.
Yeah, so it's nice and cosy, but mine, it's just one layer, so I think I might get a bit thicker one for the winter months. The moon's out for us.
Oh, yeah.
Just see it up there.
Nearly half moon.
Yeah, it is a half moon. Just down to the village, you can see the lights on it there. Cool. A little walk through this section and we're in the village. One and a half miles to Chapel Style. We pop out here at the Fairyland Cafe. Well, for us, a little walk into the village, and we're there. Bit of wood there for the fire.